my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. Oh Lord. Where we gonna start with this? I don't know, that lunar eclipse last Friday, I thought I was good. I knew it was gonna be some shit, but I was like, okay, I got this. Man. Monday was a fucking emotional roller coaster. I grew up around Cedar Point in Ohio. And they had this one roller coaster. Matter of fact, it wasn't Cedar Point, it was Geauga Lake. There was a SeaWorld used to be in Ohio. And next door to SeaWorld was also Geauga Lake. And Geauga Lake was like, Cedar Point was the big amusement park. You pack family up and go to Sandusky, Ohio, and go, and that would be a whole day thing, all day from 7 o'clock in the morning until midnight. Geauga Lake, on the other hand, was like a 7 a.m. to maybe a 4 or 5 p.m. Smaller park, but fun nonetheless. And they had this one rickety ass wooden roller coaster, I swear to God. Oh, and you get on that bad boy, every time you get on it, you just knew you were going to be in for a ride. That was my Monday. Up one hill, down the next, in minutes, not hours, in minutes. It was so bad, I got sick Monday night. I threw up all night Monday, just anxiety. I have no idea. I thought the world was coming to the end. Oh, it was bad. It was a bad scene. Called my cousin. I called my ex. I'm like, help? Can I get some help, please? Tuesday tried to be better, but it fucked itself up. By mid-morning, it was just done deal. I don't know. Yesterday was just busy and crazy. Today was busy and crazy, but it was the emphasis was not on me. It was just everything else going on around me. But man, so if you have been going through any of these moon type changes, I'm just saying, oh man, y'all don't even know. It's been a week. I feel like it's been 5 weeks, but it has been a week. Taurus, this is going to be your weekend update. We're going to roll Friday through Tuesday. Let's see. The 17th through the 21st. I think I said that. And I may do a little extra depending on. I hope y'all are well. If you've had that same kind of exciting, fun-filled, fucked up week, go ahead, get a cigarette, get a Coke, a Pepsi, cup of tea, some coffee, whatever you're doing, and let's do this. A lot of you, if you could not see clearly a month ago, so we're going to go back to the day is the 16th. If you couldn't see clearly December 15th, I'm going to say a lot of you can see kind of clearly now. There have been some quick exits. There have been some exits that should have been exited a long exit ago. I'm just saying. There are some entrances, maybe quite a few for some of you, that have just popped up out of nowhere. I think I said a couple weeks ago, those of y'all that thought you didn't have no choices, you got more choices and you probably know what to do with right about now. I want to tell you, take your time, Taurus, but it really is not that kind of party right now. You have, what did I see here? So the lunar eclipse was last Friday, and that was in Cancer. And then Sunday night, Saturn conjunct Pluto. I don't know. It just seems like everybody is just a 2 or 3 cans short of a 6-pack. That's what I'm gonna say. Everybody acting goofy and stupid. I've seen some things in the past week I thought I would never see in my lifetime. Just stupid shit. At any rate, those of you that are looking at your options, in a minute, you're not gonna have to look too much further because your option, I said it, 1, no S, is going to become very clear. So let's roll with this and see what we got. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and that's good. Tuesday. Obstacles and challenges are good. Because, and I know y'all like, man, how is it good? How the obstacles good? Because it's helping you clear your path. And just, this is before I get all the emotional shit on the board. Just what it is right this minute. Overall energy with patience and planning. You putting them building blocks together. You putting this shit up. You stacking it up. For some of you, you may not actually physically be stacking it up, but you are patiently looking at how it's going to get stacked up. That's the front end of your overall energy. On the back end of that, yeah, y'all know that third eye winking shit. It's right there. And some of you are getting into the groove of kind of listening to your intuition, and that you had a lunar eclipse in a water sign. A lot of you may, even those of you that don't know, you got psychic ability. We all do. It just matters how you tap into it and what your life's purpose is. That said, a lot of you may be feeling like, oh shit, I'm psychic. That's the energy that's going around. So that the third eye chakra card is on the table. There's no mistake about that. If you, I don't know, y'all can't see this, the lights up in here. Let's just hope the lights stay on, because you know my apartment complex, they be playing with the lights at night. At any rate, you can't see this, but this is gold. All of this shit right here is gold. And then you pick up the gold in the patience and the planning. But if you look at this, the I want, or the sacral chakra, the light, look at all that gold. The triumph, hello. Even in the obstacles and challenges, what the fuck, it's still light, the hell, and harmony. And this is your weekend shit. Oh, buckle up, baby. Buckle the fuck up. You heard me. And for many of you, it's going to bop you in the head. And you're going to be like, where the hell have you been? For others of you, this may be a restart, a remake, a redo on another relationship. I think in the last reading that I did for us, I spoke to the fact, and because cards are speaking to me, that you may have somebody coming back to you from your past. That, and for a lot of you, that's going to be the one where just suddenly the light's just going to shine. So just work with me here. So overall energy, patience, and planning is pulling the Lover's card. And a reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals, y'all. This ain't no joke. Third eye, 7 of Cups. Sacral chakra is pulling the 9 of Wands. The light is pulling the 3 of Coins. Triumph pulls the Judgment card. Obstacles and challenges pulls the King of Coins, or the King of Pentacles, if you will. And harmony is pulling the 2 of Wands. This reading is so good, it's sick. That's all I'm going to say to you. And if you don't see the goodness within the next 6 to 7 days, we got 5 days, so the next 6 to 7 days, you will. If you don't see it right this minute, trust me, it's coming. Depending on placements of planets in your chart, your rising and your Venus and all that bullshit. If you don't see it right this minute, I promise you it's coming. And all of this is, who you can thank right this minute is Uranus. You can just thank Uranus for coming through and shaking your shit up, getting rid of the garbage. A lot of you got rid of garbage you didn't even know was garbage. It's gone. A lot of the others of you didn't want to let go of the garbage, and it's gone. Some of y'all didn't know you had garbage. Gone. I'm just saying. So thank Uranus for every good thing you got in your path right now, because it is because of that planet and the shakeup that it is sending through the sign of Taurus that you are seeing all of this shit. And for some of you, the new person, because this is love, we can't even play around with this bullshit. A new person is probably someone that is close in vicinity to you, maybe either in living or working, and you've been crossing paths the whole time, and it's that kind of energy where, damn, I didn't know you live right in you. What? Really? It's that kind of energy. With the patience and planning and the Lover's card on top, and this is the front end of your overall energy, patiently planning and waiting on the lovers and that's your overall energy. I don't think a lot of you even have anything to do with this energy right now. I think this is what's being bestowed upon you. And so you got the rumblings. You've met somebody, or you're getting ready to go to a function where you're going to meet somebody, and it's that third eye chakra that's kind of tickling you in the back of your throat and in the pit of your stomach going, you know what, you need to go get your nails did for this event, because this is the shit. Just saying, it's your intuition talking to you. And see, this is the part of your energy that's really in your gut. This is what's holding you down right now. Your intuition is guiding you towards your destiny, your path, whatever you want to call it, but it's getting you there. A lot of options, and when you put this on top of this, then you need to start using your intuition. If you've got some new choices out there, some new boyfriend, girlfriend choices, start using your intuition to discern what's right, what's not right, what's good, what's not good. Because there are some wolves out there in some sheep's clothing, grinning and cheesing and shit. Oh, how you doing? You so nice. Yeah. And they ain't shit. So be mindful. The thing with this is that where you really need to pay attention is anything coming back from the past with gifts in their hand. I'm going to put it that way. Trying to clean mud up off of a pig, if you will. So this may, for some of you, have been someone that you got into some shit with. They hurt you, and you broke up, and now you're doing it, get back together shit. Think about it. Think about it. Use that energy, this overall energy, and that is on the board. It can apply anywhere. Fuck it. Let's just put it where it is. So use this energy, this lunar eclipse energy, because that eclipses are usually good for about 2-3 weeks. That energy is good. And it will drag in or drag out whatever you need. But when it happens in such an intuitive sign, what I say, Cancer? Yeah, lunar eclipse in Cancer. It just automatically, you're more sensitive. So use that energy. If you've got a whole plate of choices you got to be digging through, trying to figure out who's Mr. or Mrs. Right, use your intuition right now. It's not going to steer you wrong. When we get to tomorrow's energy, that I want, think about what you want in its basic, barest terms. I want a car. I'm going to just use that as an example. Just the most simple, basic thing in cars. A Volkswagen, a Toyota, a Honda. Not no Honda Accord all kirked out with a whole bunch of bullshit, tweeters, bells and whistles, and Bose system, and stereo talking back at you, and the phone coming through the speaker. No, I mean a basic car. I want. What's the basic thing you want out of a relationship? Get past all that sweet flowery shit. I want somebody that's gonna whisper sweetly. After a while, that shit get old. You get tired of that, and it begin to annoy you. So, without all the flowery shit, what really do you want out of a relationship? Is it the commitment? Is it the attention? Is it the love? What's the basic bare bones shit? That's where you got to start. If you start with the fully packaged, fully loaded, you're going to get in trouble. I'm going to just tell you now. If you're trying to go for the whole Escalade, then the Eddie Bauer edition of the Escalade, all kirked out with the leathers, the butter leather seats, I'm just saying, trying to get that CTS Cadillac all kirked out and shit, it ain't gonna work. I'm gonna just tell you now. You dealing with somebody, or you getting ready to get into decision making. You see the judgment card right there. You're ready to get into decision making season, and you trying to go for your gusto, and you going for the thing that got all that extra shit. That extra shit, I promise you, is going to fall off by the wayside sooner rather than later. So tomorrow, but I'm going to say just throughout the weekend, in the back of your head, what is the basic bare thing in a relationship that you want? Period. Nothing else. With the basic. When you do that, you will avoid this. And the thing that I'm saying to you is the exaggeration. I think I wrote it up here in the corner. Exaggerating. Don't look at a him or her with all the exaggerated shit. Girls, I know you ladies gonna be like, I should tell me how that's the. Just hold on, work with me. if guys, you're looking for a girl and she's coming with the weave and the nails and the this and the that and the other, okay, when all of that comes off, come on now, what you dealing with? Ladies, looking at the dudes. I'm just saying, one all buffed up, riding around in the Mustang with the Hemi, come on, with $1,000 worth of clothes on. What happens when you take all that little cute accoutrement shit away? What do you have? Is that a man standing in front of you or a boy trying to get some attention? You heard me. Y'all heard me. And this is what's popping off this card. Taking it down to its barest bones. And not exaggerating. Not letting your brain get on fire about what you see. Because at the end of the day, the car stays in the driveway. You ain't hauling that son of a bitch in the house. Come on. You trying to haul the man in the house. And if them choices look like a man end up being a boy in a grown-up's car, guys, y'all are not exempt. Same thing. She rolling around with the Gucci and the Tory Burch purse and all this extra shit. When the purse gets put down on the table, what you got? When the nails pop off, come on. Yeah, I know everybody done changed the channel now. She's tripping. No, I'm not. I'm telling you what's real. You need to get down towards to the bare bones. What is it that you really want? Because all that extra shit is probably what's gotten a lot of you in a lot of trouble. Looking at the pretty shit in the window and thinking the pretty shit is going to be pretty when you get home. It takes time to put on pretty shit. Y'all know that. It takes time. You ever dress your daughter or your niece or your grandchild for prom? That shit takes time. Same thing. And see, before you get to all of that, what does it look like? Just butt naked, what is it? Don't let your brain get on fire trying to fuck around and get the extra edition of the Cadillac. I'm just putting it out there. Light. Standing up in your light. Talking about you. What you bringing good to the table. And what the other person is bringing good to the table. What does their light look like? Is it a big, bright, booming light? Or is it some little flicker that you can barely see? If your light is shining all over the place, why would you want to be with somebody that's just barely lit? Put it where it is. That's what that energy is right there. And once you get it in your head that the barely lit, this thing over here, the Cadillac, with no gas in it, the barely lit, don't get wishy-washy. Because a lot of times, especially when you have a lot of planetary activity like you do now, and everything trying to pile up in Capricorn for some strange ass reason, which is good for us, but then there's benefits and downsides to everything. You got everything piled up in Capricorn. While Capricorn is an earth sign, Capricorn is also a bitch. Period. Because Capricorn is about the details and working and grinding it down, to its nth degree. That's how Capricorns are. They work, man, they keep working. And they still work. Ain't had lunch, dinner, nothing. Still working. Standing up in your light and being clear on the decisions that you're making about the person you're trying to be with, without none of that wishy-washy shit to go in the back and forth and, oh, well, maybe it'll be over here, and maybe it'll, no. Being clear. And I guess if I wanted to just really check this out, it would be looking like, just get out of that wishy-washy, oh, well, it's here, but then maybe it's over there. But I don't know. I'm not going to be wishy-washy, but then I am. No. No. None of that. Stand up in your light. And then let your light attract the best thing for you. Because sometimes we'll try and dim our shit, fucking around with somebody, once again, dealing with a child in a Cadillac. Put that down. Once you make your decision, now we're going to bring it right here to the Judgment card. This is major energy, y'all. The Lover's card, this is major energy. So we know it's love reading, and the lover's card is sitting up there. That's exactly what it's saying to me. And making a good judgment without your brain being on fire about what you want. So you can grab the flag and ride the hell off with your boo-boo in the sunset. However, make sure we come back to this, that you know what you're looking at, and that you're not looking at the filtered Facebook picture. Put it there. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just think about what you're doing. It's time. It's judgment time. It's time for you to make a judgment so you can be successful. Roll it right the hell on out. And then it becomes easier. When you know what the bare bones looks like, okay, I got a hoopty raggedy ass Honda. I don't. That's not what I drive, but I'm just saying. I got a hoopty raggedy ass Honda. The fuck it. Me personally, I have a raggedy ass Jeep. Love my Jeep. Fuck y'all. I love my Jeep. But because I know, and I don't have nothing special, ain't no big thing. I ain't got one of them big King Kong Jeep. No, I got a regular little Jeep. But I know what my Jeep can do, and I know how far to push my Jeep. Come on. I know I can ride my Jeep right down to the last little drop of gas, because I know my Jeep. Y'all hear me? And when you know what you have without all the extra, it becomes very easy to start navigating and negotiating obstacles and challenges. It just does. Because you know what you have. You ain't worried about if this person is being real, fake, authentic, not authentic, organic, not organic, what the hell ever. Because you know you got the real thing. And see, for some of y'all, you need to step out of your little comfort zone, because the real thing for you might not be the thing you think it is. It might not be the person you think it is. They may not be the race you think they should be. They might be something else. I'm throwing it up against the wall, y'all. Come on. But when you know what you have, with no makeup, with no goatee trimmed up, beard all raggedy and shit, when you know what you have, this little shit right here becomes a piece of cake, because you can see the light. It ain't covered up with a bunch of bullshit. And it is much easier to walk forward with a little bit of light than some shit that you thought was real light and the batteries is getting ready to go dead. What? That's stability. And see, when you can find that person, that brings about the peace of stability. Yeah, money, yeah. But the bigger issue is the stability. And this may not be, like I said, this may not be the kind of person you're used to dealing with for some of you. You may have some different flavors on your plate. Maybe it's time to open up your options. I'm just putting it there. But when you can see what you have, the obstacles become easier to deal with, and that brings stability. When you know you and your partner are ride or die, I don't care what kind of relationship you're in, whatever it is, whatever little setup situation you're trying to be in, when you know what they are, and that they're sitting underneath this is no mistake, that brings forth stability. And that makes it easier to get through the bullshit of obstacles and challenges. It just does. By the time you get to the end of all of this, this is exactly where you're going to be. Harmony. And now the beginning. The beginning. The beginning. And for some of you, you may be getting into a relationship with someone that's a little more seasoned than you. Just putting it there. So there's a better balance if you look at the sky, the water, the sand. It's not all even, but there's balance there. And see, balance is not always about, everything being even, but it's about the right combination of things. Just saying. It's time. It's time. It's time to get that canvas and start manifesting it. and living through the manifestation of it. A lot of you have been trying to manifest this. Y'all been going back to the drawing board for a year already, trying to manifest, remanifest, over manifest, under manifest. You've been trying to go right back to the canvas and repaint it. And now, but remember what you want, the basics. What are the basics of what you want? Is it somebody with a job, somebody going to school, somebody going to law school? What are the details, but the basics without all the accoutrements? And that's probably the biggest message that I hear right now is what is bare bones, what is it that you want in your life? It's waiting on you. It's waiting on you. Some of you may already be in this energy and you kind of just in awe at the wonder of it all. I'm just saying, because it's somebody, for some of you, it may be someone you weren't expecting. You may have known them, but now it's got a different light on it. For others of you, this person just seemed like they just fell the fuck out the sky, and you didn't know they even existed before, whenever. Again, it's time. And now it's not just about time to go back to the drawing board. It's time to manifest what you got there. And creating a sense of balance, not just for yourself, but for the other person as well. Let's see what the oracle cards is yelling. They over here yelling at me like I can't hear. Pick me, pick me. I want to tell you take your time, Taurus, but unfortunately, the cards are not in your favor for thinking you're going to sit around all damn day trying to make a decision. Those of you that have any kind of air energy in your chart, in your natal chart, and you want to take all day trying to evaluate, reassess, and it's over. That's done. That's done. That wishy-washy, back and forth, all that thinking, emotional thinking. If you got any of that going on, you're going to have to get with it. Because this opportunity is going to not linger long. So you're going to have to be smart. You're going to have to use your intuition. The Seven of Cups, you're going to have to pick your best option. The I want down to the bare bones, without the exaggeration, without the Nine of Wands in your head, in your face, just, blowing shit out of proportion. No. You want that stability so you can move through the obstacles. And I think for a lot of you, once you get this pairing with this person, for those of you that this is resonating with, once you get that pairing with this person, you obviously, obstacles and challenges, fuck it, they're just a part of life. You ain't getting around it, away from it, none of that bullshit. But when you got somebody that's got your back, the obstacles and challenges get real small all of a sudden. Versus you doing it by yourself, or you doing it with somebody that just don't give a damn. Y'all know the difference. Y'all know the difference. All right, let's see. You're the boss. Ask your spirit helpers. I'm going to put that right there. Put that there. Woo woo is wonderful. Vibe check. There. Oh no, actually. Fuck it. Put both of them there. There you go. What do you love? And feed your spirit. You're the boss. So when it comes to making a decision about what's going on in your life, you're the boss. Now, I'm going to put that back down and I'm going to put this here. That I want. The sacral chakra. I want. And getting down to the bare bones of what you want. You're the boss. So now, what's bare bones to me may not be bare bones to you. Don't put your choices up against the choices of someone else, or your decisions up against the decisions of someone else. You know what bare bones are for you. Now, I gave you an example of what it would be for me and probably some other folks, but what is it for you? What is bare bones for you? You know what it is, you know what it looks like. They don't have all the extra accoutrements, because you want to be able to look at the person that you get ready to fall in love with in the morning without all the accoutrements and not feel like you got to jump out of the bed. On the other side of that, you also don't want somebody that's not authentic. Put it there. You're the boss. So just know that and move accordingly when it comes to what you want. Woo-woo is wonderful. All the patience and planning and shit. Patience and planning. And see, this is not the patient, you be patient part. This is you being patient as you start putting these buildings. And this is not just the inside you. This is the outside you, what the world sees. Putting those building blocks together. What can me and this person get together? What can we do to have it looking like this? But in the meantime, that shit is wonderful. It's an awesome thing to be in love. Or to find someone that clicks with you like nobody else clicks with you. Because you blend so well together. Come on, work with me. Ask your spirit helpers. And vibe check. Those two. When you're dealing with this mess right here. Because again, there's some wolves out there in sheep's clothing. And they're going to come out and I don't know. It's the visual. Somebody coming. And this is not for everybody. Every person that comes up to you with something in their hand is not. But the one is just overdoing it. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Listen to your intuition. Don't forego that feeling in your gut. You have problems with that, ask your spirit helpers and do that vibe check thing. I said this last week. You walk in, you meet somebody and the hair stand up on the back of your neck and you feel like you need to run, run. I'm just saying. Or you meet somebody and you just ready to melt all over the floor and just warm fuzzies all over the damn place. That's a vibe check. Roll with that. What do you love? I don't know. I don't even know where to put that because it has so many meanings. But what do you love? And then I'm going to add the rest of that on to it. What do you love about the person you're in love with? So I guess I probably would have put it up here. That I want. Getting down to them bare bones. What do you love about the person? And see, if you come up with some dumbass answer, I done drive Mustang and it's got a Hemi in it. That's what I love. That wrong answer. No, wrong. What do you love? And the piece I'm adding on to it about the person. What about that person makes your heart just fly the hell out the window? And if you coming up with a superficial answer, like I like their car, I like the way they wear their clothes, some other crazy shit, wrong. Time to go back to the drawing board that is down here and get back to your options and spin the wheel one more time. Because if you're coming up with the wrong answer about what do you love about this person, feed your spirit. Continue to do this. And this card is probably going to show up all year. Look at it, get used to it. It's probably just going to be one of them things. Feed your spirit, because as long as you continue to feed yourself spiritually and maintain some kind of equilibrium, I promise you, I wouldn't be here today if I hadn't had some kind of spiritual grip somewhere. Because Monday was getting ready to take me right the hell out. I don't know. And I know exactly what it was. I know how I was feeling. I know what I was going through. It was my spirituality and the things that I believe in spiritually that actually pulled me out of the hole I was trying to jump down. So I'm saying this to you because, again, you're going to hit this. You're going to hit this. Now, if you got the right people rolling with you, that stability will be there and those people will have your back. Now, I'm opening it up a bit beyond romance. Now, you want to scale it back. The person you're with or you want to be with, that stability makes them obstacles and challenges a whole lot easier to deal with. But if your spirit is not fed, when you hit them obstacles, it'll have your mind playing tricks on you. You might not believe what you thought you heard somebody heard. I'm just saying. So feed your spirit. Whatever spiritual practices you do, if you worship in a head of lettuce, a bowl of Cheerios, however that's working for you, just continue to do it because it'll help you get through some of these rough patches you may encounter. Some of you are not going to pick the right one. I'll probably be the first one on that list. You're going to have to just, hurry up and move on to the next one. But keep your spirit fed and all should be well. I love you, Taurus. I hope y'all have a good weekend. You know I'm coming back on Sunday to do the weekly update. Take it easy, Taurus. Have a good weekend. Talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.